everyone, and welcome to HOA Fight Club. I'm Raylene Schifano. Today I would like to discuss why the government wants to keep everyone in HOA and condo associations. And I would really like to think that everyone's pushing more for the condo association more than the HOA association because they are trying to get rid of single family homes. And let's try to think about why they would try to get rid of single family homes and push everyone into condo associations. There's a reason for this. So first of all, if the government pushes everyone into a condo association, they get double taxes. So the condo association has to pay property taxes on the entire property in their assessments. So you pay your assessments, and then the board takes the money and they pay the taxes for the association. Then you, as a property owner, have to pay taxes again on that same property. So they get double the taxes. Then they don't have to worry about the little things like if you're in a condo association, if the gas line goes down. Well, that's usually taken care of by the city. But if you're in a condo association, if the gas line goes out, you have to pay for it. Our association paid over $60,000 to have the gas line replaced in one building. So those are things that they would have to take care of if they didn't have the condo association. So the government is pushing for these condo associations and homeowners associations so they don't have to take care of anything. So they don't have to use the tax dollars they're charging you for to use it to fix your property. So you get to pay all these tax dollars for things that the government is supposed to take care of, like the police officers and the fire and the gas and the water and the sewer lines and all of that kind of stuff that we pay for in our taxes, in our property taxes. Guess what? Those property taxes, they don't go for those things. They don't go for anything that takes care of your property. Property taxes don't go for what? Okay, so we know that those aren't going for what we're supposed to be paying for. So I asked our mayor, to kind of help us on this, because in the city of Kent, they actually made laws that multi-housing has to be inspected every 2 to 3 years. Well, great. So does that include HOA or condo associations? No, it didn't include condo associations. So all these properties that just because they are condo associations and they're owned by people, by homeowners, they aren't part of the multi-housing inspections that are being done in the city of Kent. And I find that very discriminatory, because who's to say that those same property managers that are taking care of the rentals are doing the same, they're taking care of our properties too, and aren't doing the same things to take care of our properties that they are doing to be forced to take care of the property rentals. So I asked her, and I even told her, I said, hey, look, we have the reserve studies. The reserve studies do these inspections every single year. So the inspections are already being done. They're done in depth every 3rd year. So, and we're paying for them already. So all you have to do is get the reserve study people to report errors or things that they find on the property that aren't proper and report it to the city. And guess what? It'll be taken care of. So when the roofs were being done on our property in 2013, 14, and 15, the reserve people were doing an on-site study. They could have reported that the roofs were not permitted, and it would have stopped it in the first year so that the board would have gone and got permits for the roofs. Instead, the reserve people just ignored it. They knew that the roofs weren't up to code. They'd been there for 3 years. They were there before the roofs were taken down, and they were there after the roofs were taken down. Why didn't the reserve company report that the permits, or do a check for permits? Why doesn't the reserve people check for permits for us and put it in our books? Shouldn't each association have a book, like a property book, that says what's been done each year and keep very good records? I would assume that that would be required. If you're going to have all these other requirements under the laws, why wouldn't you require that? Why aren't you protecting the people that live in these? So as I see that you're trying to get rid of single family homes, I understand. Now we need to explain to the other people why it's important for us not to get rid of the single family homes and to keep the HOA and the condo associations out of the model for the people of Washington State and across the nation. So you really want to focus on these things. Now, why else would the government not want us to have single family homes? Well, the other reason is if they're in a condo association and the association is now responsible for the people that live in that association. So if there's a neighbor to neighbor conflict, usually the city will not get involved. They will require the association to deal with the neighbors' conflicts. So it's not as easy to get the police to come in and deal with anything. They'll tell you that it's the associations. And we know that the government will not help you at all. So if you live in a condo association and have an issue, the Attorney General's office has no power over you. The board can do whatever they want. The property managers and the attorneys do not have any governance over them when it comes to a condo association. So they know that they control you, and the Attorney General's office doesn't have to worry about any complaints coming in from you because they don't have any power. It's pretty sad that the government is powerless when it comes to these properties, but they've done this on purpose so that they don't have to worry about you. Insurance won't have to worry about you. So now the insurance laws don't pertain to you if you live in a condo association. So all these things save the government money. FHA, if you're an FHA loan and you're in an HOA, the FHA doesn't have to take responsibility for the appraisals that are done. There's just so many things that the government doesn't have to take responsibility if you're in a condo association and not in a single family home. So the government is getting away from those single family homes for that reason. So if you see that your state is getting away from single family homes, I would start protesting, because this is their model. This is what they want. They want you in a controlled neighborhood where they don't have to control you. They can pick board members and keep those board members in by proxy, and they can have votes that your vote doesn't count. You know, when your vote doesn't count, no matter how you vote, then they know they control you. And controlling you in a dictatorship is easier than controlling you in a democracy. They don't want your vote to count. Your vote doesn't count in a lot of different states. So just keep on your government, make sure you're watching what they're doing, and say no to controlled communities. We don't need any more condo associations, and we want more of single family homes, because you don't want anybody coming in and taking your right to privacy away. The right to quiet enjoyment is really something that you will learn to value once you lose it. I'll see you on the next one.